Good morning, folks. It's ninth month, 21st day, 2025. It's 7:55 a.m. UTC. This is Rob D coming to you from Liverpool, England. This event is nearing its end for the South Island. You got some more hours to come before the action switches to the North Island. So I'll go over this a bit here and show you some of the geoengineering conditions and try to keep this as fast as possible. I'll bring Tazzy on the screen here because you're well affected as well. Some of the wintry mix beginning to show up in some of your higher elevations across the center of the country over there on that side. See that there? Yep. Know where you live, learn your geography, zoom your screens, whatever you need to do. Your display size is not up to me. I'm a bit tired of some of the expectations. This is Sunday, supposed to be a day of rest, but the guilt never sleeps. Nah. So as we're heading into, this will be about lunchtime tomorrow, Monday the 22nd. The wind is still continuing to belt in from the north that way. As things kind of tend to, I'll show you what I'm talking about with squiggles over here. And I base a lot of my totals in wind direction and flow of the pressures, right? Because this is turning in this direction here. Yeah, what a great air. Let me make this a little easier for myself. There we go. So this is coming in this direction. So if you got a mountain sticking up and the wind hits it from a certain side, right, like this going on here, hitting these ranges like this, it's dropping a lot of condensates on this side here. And this is a big part of where your totals are going to come from today, is because the wind hitting the mountains themselves are colliding the condensates, the small ones, together, so they're big enough to fall. Yeah, so the winds today are still going to be quite a contention with some of the gusts, but it's going to be nothing like what you saw yesterday. It's going to be a September to remember, because coming about the 24th, the North Island's going to catch a bitch. Yeah, I've been watching for this. It's quite a bit of rain too. So you think you're out of the woods now? I do not think so. So I'm going to be watching very carefully for you guys to determine the totals. You see the cold air that came up from Antarctica. If you take down here, you'll see this wind here. This here is going in this direction, right? This is towards the rising sun. Okay, so it's carrying this cold air into this mess that then shoves it down, right? And this high pressure here is moving that. It's helping it a lot. So as this one hits this one, it drives it right to you. It's all just like dynamics of gears turning a transmission. Yeah, like a rototow. Almost, I can put those together. One of my many talents is a mechanic. Yeah, they make good use for me on any farm stead, that's for sure. I can forecast the weather like a motherfucker, and I could fix your car. Yeah, as we heading into the 24th here proper, there's a big belting that's going to be expected in the Auckland area. As you see, the natural vortices formed by the drag of this here will form a low over you. And so this is a day of concern. It's just going to belt some fair totals in across the Bay of Plenty in what I call the thumb over there. Yeah. And right at the same time as it's doing its draw over, guess who gets another batch? What's going to get sucked up right through you? The September to remember is what you'll be calling East Orange for a while. And again, this one here is showing me, because of the wind directions, that the northwestern slopes of things are going to drop the most condensates toward the river. So those sides of things will get the biggest batch. I feel that people on the eastern slopes of the Richmond Ranges have gotten a reprieve from the governor on some of the flows, but it ain't going to make getting to the store any easier. Really. I'm so happy some of you didn't get great totals. I don't think this one's over yet. No. As we're heading into the exact end of the month, it's the setup here with the pressures across the Southern Ocean here has this continuing. I've yet to see what you would call springtime beginning. And as we're getting into the beginning of the month, I got a low coming across here. It's going to kick some totals up in through Sydney and the Gong and all that. So I have something else I'm going to have to keep an eye on about 10 days from now. And guess where it's coming? Guess who gets the dregs? You guys do. And this is a pin move. There's nowhere for this storm to go. It has to come this way. And if they put EMF right here, this stalls. And that stalls. There's only one avenue, and guess who carps it then again? You guys do. Right through here. Okay, so this is going to be the September to remember. The geostorms that continue to fuck with you are fucking with you. I don't know any other way to put it. I go full Tourette's sometimes and things. You'll just have to understand that the accumulated winds that I'm seeing are absolutely horrible over the next few days even. It just ain't, like I said, it ain't over yet, but it ain't nothing like the winds you was seeing. Right? Well, these are miles per hour, by the way. Yeah, that is close to a hurricane strength wind to be expected in some of these gusts. So let me switch to something you're used to. I told you this event ain't over yet. Somebody was all laughing like I'm some kind of, like I would be happy if I wasn't wrong. You know, I would be so happy to be wrong about these events, but I'm not. And the fact that they took so long to warn New Zealand about the winds and stuff disgusts me. And telling people yesterday, oh, get the candles, get the stuff to the store. Nah, you would have got caught out on the roads in terrible conditions, at risk of tree falls on your cars and power lines and all this kind of shit going down. Nah, it's time that the Met Services and BOMs of the world start doing the right thing and risk being wrong. Because it's what it's all about, isn't it? I'm right, you're wrong. No, know what it's about? It's about saving lives. It's about helping people. It's about warning, danger, danger, danger. There's a lot of these winds are still to be expected over the next 24 hours in these spots here. And that includes you, Richmond Nelson. That's terrible winds. This isn't gusts. This is wind. The gusts higher to be expected. So know it. It's a bit late to get up on your roof and nail it down now. And it's about time that these paid weather services nail their forecast down. And it's my absolute pleasure to do this for you guys. Why? Because you supported my work. It allowed me to do this for you. Thank you. Everybody thank each other. The support of my work allows this to happen. Yep. This is not good. Very gusty, very blustery. You won't want to be going up through the Blue Mountains over the next 24 hours either for the gusts. Yep. Windy, 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 windy. Yep, Darcy fucking blows. How many winds on the 24th coming through Auckland? I'm very concerned about coming through here on the 24th. Will they be accurate even? They're not even giving a hint. That's too low. Way too low. Especially once it goes through here. What a shame, what a shame. Let's load some more. Back to the event to the 24th. It fucks off fair quick. Fair quick. Oh, I've already run through all that for you. Yay, hurrah, shish, boom, bah. Now let's show some of these folks here. Hi, you got a little rain and wind coming down here to the corner, but there's going to be some big EMF holding the flow off and pinning everything towards into the mountains. So Tassie absolutely gets the land grabbies going on. I don't quite understand what they want other than a big part in the western side. See the wets coming now? Yeah, that's Thursday, overnight hours of Friday. Into Friday day you will be experiencing next week. But we'll show you that closer when we get it. Ain't much satellite-wise that you can see it unless you go like this. You can see where they're dropping the condensates now on it's about the only image I can find that's any good is this particular one. And it seems that the storms themselves are following the back sides of the big chem. Like that line of chem, this will be your rain line right here, where you would think it's less. But that's where the most of the condensates are dropping, is in this gap right in here where I'm pointing right now. If I do the overlay of the radar, you won't see nothing because New Zealand don't show you shit. What the hell is that? You paying money for this, New Zealand? Would you like to buy the Brooklyn Bridge again? Because then you paying for nothing. Squanto. And some of those clouds that they did show were showing fucking about close to 10,000 mils of water in them. Look, this is a lie. This is them hiding the chem bombs. When we put it on accumulation once, we can't put the overlay on it. Well, I have a shot of one earlier. It shows over 10,000 in some of them gaps. So that ain't right. It ain't good. Still to come. I think that's too low. I think you've got about 7 or centimeters to go in these areas. I'm over here. Big winds, big runs. My, says the button flying by the end of the month, and you're in the shit still. It's in the shit still. You see the excess numbers, worst case scenario numbers of these. Yeah, I wasn't even want to show this. Yeah, to the main passes here where all your transport goes. You ain't done yet. Who says you're done? Now let's take it to Friday. You think you're done? How come the Weather Service ain't telling you some of this shit? Who owns their ass? The people that pay for commercials? The same people that fund the geoengineers? The same people that do this to you? Look at this crowd. Look at the geoengineering conditions. You think that's a naturally occurring cloud formation over the Bay of Plenty? All I see is plenty of plenty of excuses and plenty of lies being spewed. Say climate change being caused by man. No, the man is using microwaves like these here. And some of these could have naturally occurred, but not usually coming off the land like this. And one of these islands ain't doing it. And that means this is fake. This is microwaves. If that one did put out the same waveforms as the tip of this island did, I could have said that was naturally occurring. But because that one ain't doing it right here, I say it isn't naturally occurring. It's microwaves shutting down flow across the straits. If it fed straight across the strait, it would probably suction the storm straight down. If they turn the microwaves off through here, the storm can come through Cook Strait and fuck off. Instead, they're holding it up. They're dropping the condensates. They're using microwaves to create heated barriers in the sky that collide condensates so they get big enough to fall, heavy enough to fall, bigger droplets, bigger falls. They makes it to the ground. Bzz, getting fried, Kiwi style. Right there before your eyes, you're getting fried. These geostorms have got to stop, and I'm getting upset. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update to let you know this is not over yet. Don't let your guard down. And it's about time you start demanding that the weather services you pay to provide start providing you. If you paid for radar and that's all you got was what I just showed you, you have been failed fucking miserably. They get images 24/7 on their own eyeballs, but yet your eyeballs ain't allowed to see shit. Your eyeballs get this. This is what they say you get. Oh, we have a new image up finally? What is this? What the hell kind of stat is that? Is this what your storm looked like? It don't. It's 0 millimeters an hour? It don't look like what we're seeing on a satellite. Take this overlay off. We'll turn it on the blue. It gives you... It looks like this. It don't look like those little showers. They're showing not a fucking cloud here. You're being failed miserably. They're stealing the money you give to their charter to provide you with radar and accurate forecasts. And if an American over here without a degree can do this, then it's about damn time that we demand what our charters pay for. That is all about that. Now I'm going to show you what the Club of Rome is doing to you over here across from Rome. Look at this crap in the sky. Somebody's making bold claims that this is pesticides. Bullshit. Stop making claims. You prove it with a sample of fallout. It's easy enough to collect. Put a glass slide on a windowsill. I do it all the time. The day before was over here was the big clue. There ain't no volcano going off over here. Want to see what a volcano looks like going off? I'll show you. It's over here in Hawaii. He's got one going off. This is the day before. Oh no, this is yesterday's going off. The day before it erupted, it was like this. No eruption. So I can always see if a city even was being bombed or burning, right? And today's image is not as much of a plume, so it looks like it's not the same today, so it's not fountaining. So it's relieved some pressure. Yep, that's always a relief for me, because I got friends that live on these islands, and so we can see where the plume is headed. A bit of this smoke in here is showing you that some of the plume has headed over there, but it's mostly going that direction. Oh, geoengineering sucks, man. We all live here together, man. We all have to take care of everything that's here. And how dare one species called Homo sapien decide to take sunshine away from the rest of the creatures? Are we arrogant? Are we selfish? Yes, yes, yes. And why does this happen? Because we let it. That is all.